all thought would be the best game in series was the best game in series. Of course, I'm talking about that one between the Brooklyn Nets and the Celtics. Jalen, take us through the last two possessions.
Great smothering defense by the Boston Celtics, double teaming Kyrie, who had 38 on the night. Gets it to KD late in the shot clock. Al Horford did a terrific job of snaring another rebound. Advanced pass, White to Jaylen Brown, who's confident attacking the basket after he had just scored on the previous possession. Kicks it out to Marcus Smart, pump fake. And all of a sudden, KD falls asleep at the top. Jayson Tatum cuts to the back door, spins under control, and Jacoby, the Boston Celtics, take game one. What a thrilling game. So many storylines. The Nets had 4 total people score double figures, while the Celtics had 4 people score at least 20. How were they able to do so? Converting defense like that against KD into offense, in particular in the first quarter, getting steals, getting deflections, getting out in transition. This was a terrific game to watch. It was only right that it went down to the final possession.
It was such a great game, and it was really good defense from the Celtics, who were all over KD, frustrating him on both ends, making him work. But Kyrie Irving, what a performance from him. Sure, he did not get that bucket that they needed within the waning seconds, but Jalen, all game long, he just seemed to be in attack mode. There's nothing the Celtics could do about it.
He's a dazzling offensive player, and Marcus Smart, who I voted Defensive Player of the Year, was barely on Kyrie. He only attempted 3 shots while being guarded by Marcus Smart. So for Kyrie, the Nets did a terrific job of putting him in situations where he's going against Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, for the most part, the bigs, in particular, Tice or Al Horford, and nobody can stop Kyrie Irving, especially when he gets going. And the array of shots early in the clock, late in the clock, going left, going right. You know, they did a couple of terrific set plays where they created the misdirection, cleared out the backside. That's how he got that naked layup that seemed like he just blew past Jayson Tatum. And so he was a dazzling offensive player, but I want to make sure I acknowledge something Ime Udoka did. As the game got later, they ran that double team at Kyrie. And then when they ran the double team at him, that's when he looked a little bit confused. And then before you know it, KD ended up with the ball. And so for the Nets, when you have those 2 dazzling offensive players, it's easy to say your turn, my turn when they're both going, except KD never got going. And Kyrie was one that was carrying them, keeping the game close and making plays, but ultimately they came up short.
Jalen, I picked the Nets before the series, and I saw you looking fly on NBA Countdown. And you switched your pick in the very last second when you saw KD in the building. I still feel good about this series if I'm the Brooklyn Nets. It was a last-second buzzer beater on the road, Game 1. I still feel good about the Nets in this series. How do you feel after Game 1?
If I'm the Boston Celtics, I feel extremely well that I took Game 1. And I feel confident that we were physical with KD, knocked him off his spot, forced him into tough, low percentage plays and shots and turnovers, and was effective doing so. In Game 2 for Boston, it's an easy adjustment. Put more Marcus Smart on Kyrie. When KD and or Kyrie are on the floor by themselves, you double them. Those are adjustments that I think the Boston Celtics are going to make. For the Nets, here's one thing that nobody's going to talk about that was a major key to the game. When Andre Drummond got his 4th foul in the second quarter. Before that, they were playing well and he was playing well. He got a bad foul he was trying to go for an offensive rebound. He flopped in the backcourt and he was basically non-existent after that, and things started to go bad for the Nets. So foul trouble was also a key for them, in particular with Drummond. And the other thing is you got to get KD on the move. KD's such a gifted scorer that sometimes you can just get him on the elbow or get him on the post and he stick his hand in the air and you throw it to him. But when they pushing him off his spot and they double teaming and they have some ball pressure, now that got to be a down screen. That got to be a curl. You got to get him on the move so he can be the easy money sniper and get a couple and get confident. And once he gets confident, then it can be lights out. This is going to be a great series. I'm riding with you. It's going to be a 7-game series. And I agree. I saw KD show up at the building, and it was like, wait a minute. They lost in the second round last year. Am I about to go on TV cleaner than a board of health with a fresh flower on? I could smell the flower. It was just, And pick KD to lose in the first round? And then he walked in, I got scared. It was almost like I saw Candyman. I was like, I can't do it. I got too much respect for KD, but I got too much respect for the game, and this is going to be a great series. But I stand by my flipped pick.
Me too.
The Nets.
I still feel good about the Nets. And one of the storylines from this game was Kyrie versus the crowd. We knew the crowd was going to be abrasive. We knew they were going to try to get in his head. Now, he performed really well, but there were some interesting interactions between him and the crowd, and we all heard what he said after. How do you react to the relationship between Kyrie and the Boston crowd?
It's just a friendly game of basketball. Cameras are just there. Kyrie's a performer. People that got their foot on the wood, people that have playoff tickets, that's just the atmosphere and what it's going to be. And you ready for this? It ain't just for him. Like, we're going to put the camera on him and highlight him because he played for the Celtics, and obviously you can hear the roar of the crowd and the chants. But they're cheering against all of the Nets. You're the road team. And so I could say that you would like him to have a different level of decorum, you know, when he's being jeered by the fans. But there are a lot of different ways to embrace it. And I ain't necessarily mad at when people yell things at you to yell things back at them. Or when they point at you to do gestures to you, to do gestures to them. You know why, Jacoby? I did the exact same thing. You ever watch me play basketball?
Oh, we know.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.